Well, hey there, folks. It's me. It's Bubba T coming at you. Look here. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you're tuning in. I appreciate it. I am Bubba T, your host, just trying to bring you the most. And this is the Bubba T Show. Let's go. All right, all right. Y'all know what time it is. It's me, it's Bubba T, and welcome back to the Bubba T Show, where we keep it real, raw, and just the right amount of ridiculous. Today I got a special guest sitting in the hot seat, someone who's got stories, insights, and maybe even a few secrets to spill. So buckle up. Let's get to it. Without further ado, I'll introduce this feller. Most of you know him. That's listening, that lives around the town. All of you probably know him. For the ones that don't, you're in for a treat. So, bend down, sit down, or lie down. Mr. Trea Hopper. How's it going, bud?
Man, I'm here. I'm hanging. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. I appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for my moment. My time to shine,
Yeah, you're 15 minutes of fame, right?
yeah, a little bit of time.
Yeah. So how's the day been for you?
Oh, it's summertime. It's hot. You just get out there and
Man, it was hotter yesterday.
Yeah, you sweat to death in this Kentucky humid heat, and you just think, maybe it'll hurry up and be fall.
Yeah, but you're a state worker, right? You don't work a whole lot.
Well, it's outside. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just picking. I used to work for the state,
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I know how it is. And then the shirts are bright, and they're supposed to be like breathable, but they're really not.
It's not the shirt that bothers me. It's the pants. If I could wear shorts, I'd be 100% happier man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's what I like about my job, because they allow that.
Yeah, there's this thing called OSHA that doesn't allow that. So here we are.
Yeah, that's bullshit. OSHA is such bullshit.
I agree. Well, to an extent, it has its place, but yeah.
Yeah, I get keeping us safe and everything, but come on.
I mean, I've worked on a farm wearing shorts, and by far, there more dangerous things there than what I've dealt with.
Yeah. There's much worse things.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say we get into the show part of it, hey?
Ready when you are.
All right. So tonight with Mr. Trea Hopper, we're just going to kind of give him the spotlight for our area. And I'm going to let y'all get to know him a little bit. Let's ask him some embarrassing questions and some getting to know him questions. And we'll see where we go from here. So, question number 1, sir. Tell the folks who you are and where you come from.
Trea Hopper. I live in Casey. I've lived here for 27 years now. Just celebrated a birthday. And,
well, happy birthday.
Yeah, appreciate that. 3 years till 30. It's not exciting, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm almost 40, bro.
I know. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, Casey's the best, isn't it?
Man, it really is. It's
I wish we could make it like its own town.
Yeah, if it was incorporated, it would be really nice. But then again,
yeah.
Do you?
But hey,
that's
what keeps us sane.
Do you go that route, or do you just let the community be the community?
I think that's better, because what's going on in Hickman, Fulton, South Fulton, dude. Every one of these towns are like after their leaders. So, I mean, I think it's better that we don't have them.
Yeah, it's as non-political as possible. That's that's how I look at it.
Oh yeah, much better. All right. Question number 2. What's something most people don't know about you? This should be interesting.
That they don't know about me. I don't really know. Everybody
Let's keep it PG,
much,
though.
I was gonna say everybody knows pretty much everything about me. I mean,
yeah.
I don't really know if there's anything that's a secret.
I know, because your name's like a celebrity around here. Really?
Well, not in a good way.
Yeah.
Not in a good way in some places, but
well, some are. You know, like I said, your granddad was the sheriff for as long as I've been alive.
Yeah,
you know, until
yeah, and that's where I got my raising anyway. So I'm thankful for that. But,
oh yeah, most definitely. He was a good filler.
Yeah, he's the best in my eyes, but I think I'm a little biased,
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about your childhood a little bit. You want to? This is not therapy, I promise. Any funny or wild memories you can tell us about from your childhood?
Oh, man. There's so many. It's just, I don't really know if there's just anything that sticks out, honestly. You just think back.
Let's talk about Tuckerson Entertainment.
Okay, let's talk about Tuckerson Entertainment.
Because technically that would be your childhood. Some of
it. I was in high school.
Because you was like
that
what?
Was,
yeah.
I was 16. Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah, you was 16.
I was 17.
You had this big ass lifted up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had like the best truck on the block. And old Bubba T wanted to be a movie star.
Hey, we was a movie
going to
star.
film school.
We have views on YouTube. That is something.
Yeah. We do. Yeah.
I just wish we would put the whole movie out instead of the trailer.
I wish we would have finished the movie. That would have been, something, I think.
I thought we finished the one movie. We just didn't finish the other one.
Well, we nearly finished. It was just we didn't get to the ending. So we never did the ending part.
Ah, okay.
So if I'd have put it out, people would have been like, yeah, they would have been like left hanging and shit. So
yeah,
that's why I didn't put it out. But for the folks at home that don't know what we're talking about, old Bubba T here went to film school. I was going to be a big shot director. And I had an assignment to create like a low-budget film the best way that I possibly could from Casey, Kentucky. They sent me, like a video camera and a laptop. It was like a $5,000 laptop that could do anything I wanted, like with green screen or anything like that, to do any editing. So one of my projects, I wrote a script for a scary movie. And it was called, what was that? Blackwood Farms, yeah. Blackwood Farms. And I had some help from some relatives at the time. And, I casted Mr. Trea Hopper as one of the leading actors, along with a small group of teenagers, to do the stereotype scary movie where they all go to this one place and end up all dying but one, kind of thing. It's your normal scary movie. And for a group of teenagers that don't know what the hell they're doing, they did okay. It wasn't bad. They
7 out of 10.
Worth of shit. Yeah. But pretty good. I mean, even Daniel was great. Oh, Daniel Bradley. But it's on YouTube under Tuckerson Entertainment. You can watch the trailer for it, Blackwood Farms.
I think there's 2 trailers.
There is. Yeah, there's 2 trailers. One of them don't really have any scenes from the actual movie. It just has like the talking. John was talking, telling the story. And it was like a field and it was raining. And then the spook come up at the end. Rawr. But the second one, it actually had clips that we recorded. It was quite interesting, actually.
Yeah,
and they did so well.
I was going to say the Tuckerson Entertainment era that we had there. It was like a year and a half maybe, and it was
Roughly,
just it was perfect, And we went from the Ghost of Blackwood Farms to when y'all started to do Grease Monkeys, which would have been phenomenal, but life gets in the way sometimes.
And we finished one full episode of that show, and it was pretty good. I let a few people watch it, and they really enjoyed it. Like Sam Hartman was like one of the stars of this show.
Perfect for the role.
Yeah, he fit perfect. Yeah.
And if you get on YouTube, that trailer that's on there, it's perfect. You can only imagine how the whole show was.
Right. It would have been a masterpiece, I think.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Like you said, life happens, and I couldn't secure my last semester of funding, so I wasn't able to finish school because it was a very expensive school.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I highly recommend getting on YouTube, checking them all out, because there's more than just two. There's some other stuff on there too.
Yeah, we did some little side videos with Bubba T and Sam's character and Big Juice.
Big Juice.
Yeah, Big Juice. But that was where actually the name Bubba T was born from, that character that I play. And you'll just have to watch it to get that to get what that means.
My favorite part of that whole series was when you walked in as Bubba T with your hat on and everything, and you walked in and you stood behind the counter and you said, "I'm moving back."
Yeah. Because I actually played two people in that show. We were twin brothers, and I played like just a regular Joe, and then I played the Bubba T character, and they were twin brothers. That was a challenge to get that set right, like talking to myself, pretty much. So, hats off to the people that do it out there.
Yeah, I remember sitting in there while you was editing some of that, and you was just like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah. All right, I'm going to ask you a pretty a heavy question.
Okay.
And answer it to the best of your ability, I guess. So, what's the moment in life that made you who you are today?
So, I've always been a believer in that, people who go, when you go through trauma, not exactly just big trauma, but just anything, anybody has issues in life and things that make them realize that things ain't always going to be perfect, but back, I graduated high school, and just a couple months after that's when my granddad passed away, and life kind of smacked me in the face right then, because I had a reality check of, it's me. I don't have nothing to set back on. Like, it's just me. I ain't got nobody to ask questions to, because he's who I went to and asked life questions to. And,
right.
I sat back and I was thinking then, and I was like, this is going to be rough. And, which it's 2025 now, and he'll be gone 10 years next year. And it's crazy to think where I'm at now. I never would have thought that I would be where I'm at now, but I'm proud of myself. I've come a long way, and could have took a lot of wrong turns. Could have done a lot of wrong things, but I stayed on the beaten path, and here I am.
Yeah, and I gotta say I'm proud of you on that, because just in our area and the way that it is, it's hard to stay on that right path.
All you got to do is one wrong turn and it's over.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in this town are unforgiving.
Right. Yeah, very much so. And very, very judgmental. A lot of them. And like I said, I'm a guy that I took that wrong path, and I lived in the wrong path for quite a while, which I had, a traumatic event that happened that steered me on that wrong path. But that's no excuse. But I took it, and I lived on it for way too long. And but I got out of it, you know.
But
So
but that goes back to, you got to go through things to learn things to be the best thing.
yeah, yeah.
Because
And
ain't
I have to
nobody
say,
perfect. Ain't
I'm in a
none of
very
us
good place.
perfect. Ain't none of us perfect.
No,
There's one perfect person.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and
and
and like I said, I'm not innocent on being the judgmental or anything. We've all done it. But I try my best to not do that because
yeah,
I don't know what the other person's dealing with, and it's not my place to try and help. Not it's not my place to judge what they go through because everybody handles things
right,
differently.
yeah. Everybody's got issues. They may not show it like you do, but that's what you got to remember when you're talking to somebody or you see somebody. And that's really the best advice you can give yourself is, well, what if I was in their shoes?
Yeah, and you try to go at everybody, with a positive attitude, and it's bad. Go to work every day, and there's some days I don't want to be there, just like anybody who goes to work. But when I get there, if everybody's in a good mood, then why should I be in a bad mood? Why should I ruin
Right.
everybody else's day because I'm having a bad day when all I got to do is just readjust and I can have a good day?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Which, you
it's
can get into some pretty sticky and bad situations, but 9 times out of 10, when you start stressing over a specific situation, you're going to come out of it one way or another.
right.
So you really shouldn't stress because, you get one life to live. And why would you want to waste it like that?
And that I can refer back to that and go to more of a parent thing. Is like, you can fault your parents for things that they've done in their past, but at the same time, you have to realize that they're living their life for the first time too. They're
Yeah.
learning just as much as you are, and it doesn't matter if they're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's the first time they've been here, and it's the only time they're going to be here.
Right. And you will always have obstacles, no matter how old you are.
Yeah, it's never going to be perfect. It was never meant to be perfect. That's what forms you into what you are.
Yeah.
Character
It's like,
building, as some would say.
yeah, that's a perfect example. Character building, making you who you are. And you've got to, you see kids today that grow up and never had to, like, I don't know, fight for anything or struggle for anything. And it's on them to keep that, like, humble attitude. And a lot of them don't. But it's learning. One day you're going to hit that point to where it's going to make you learn. You might as
Right.
well prepare yourself for it early, but some don't.
No, it's going to hit you. It's just a matter of time. And it could be now, it could be 20 years down the road, but one of these days it's going to smack you right in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just gotta absorb it. There's no going back at that point.
Yeah, you either do or you don't, pretty
Yeah.
much.
You're either going to make it or break it. Really.
Right. Yeah. Let's get into some fun questions. How about it?
All right.
If someone made a movie about your life, what would it be called?
Oh, man. That's a good one. And I always think back to cheesy movie titles,
Yeah.
but I would try to go original, I guess. Man. Oh, dude, I don't know. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's good and fun. Let me throw another wrench in you. If you had
Okay.
to eat one food for the rest of your life, what's it going to be and why?
If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, probably this is going to be unhealthy, but I don't care. I'm probably just going to go with a cheeseburger because you can eat a cheeseburger a million type of ways.
Really? I wasn't expecting that answer.
You can You can change your toppings. You can make it, it can just be a patty. You can put cheese on it. You can put any topping you want on it, unless it has to be a specific type.
Yeah.
Then in that case, a specific type of food, probably Mexican food. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
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 that's what I
probably.
thought you'd say. Hell yeah,
But
Mexican food's the
it's
shit.
hard to eat Mexican food now. It's done got so high you can't hardly go eat no more. It's crazy.
Man, dude, I'm telling you.
I mean, two
Yeah, me,
people is
dad,
$50.
right? Yeah. We go every Sunday after church, and it's like it even seems like it's getting more and more every Sunday.
Yeah, it's never the same price. You get the same thing 2 times in a row. Never the same price.
I know, right? Yeah. So, what steered you on the path of the state highway department?
So, when I graduated high school, I went through a period there of trying to figure out where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. I kind of, at the time, I wanted to stay more of in a law enforcement type background. So I went to work at the 911 center there in Hickman, and I worked there from November of 16 to March of 19, which decent amount of time. But then it's where my path got unique. I went to work at Obion County Sheriff's Office, and I worked there for about a year, and that was a learning experience. Which I didn't work on the patrol side or nothing. I worked in corrections, and that kind of helped me build where I'm at today, because that kind of helps with the judgmental part, because I got in there and I went to work and I learned a lot of people who are incarcerated are not always bad.
No.
Now, they've made mistakes, but there's a lot of talented individuals who are incarcerated. It would blow the public's mind seeing what some of these guys can do.
Oh yeah.
But I got out of corrections and decided I didn't want to really have a law enforcement based job anymore, and kind of wanted to get on a more realistic schedule and work during the day. That way I could sleep at night. I worked midnights the whole time, and I started farming, and I worked here for a local farmer for almost 2 years. Had some traumatic things go on while I worked there. We dealt with a tornado in the midst of that.
Yep.
You would be familiar with that, but that's a different topic for a different time.
Most definitely.
But went through that, and I was off work for a while and dealing with some mental issues, and because that it's tough on you, you lose everything you got, and all you got's the clothes on your back. It's rough.
Yeah.
And I left there, and I talked to Sam, and he was like, "Hey, we're fixing to hire out here," and I just submitted my application, and to be honest with you, it was probably the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, it's a good job.
I work with a lot of good guys, and a lot of jobs, they say, "Oh, well, it don't pay that good." Man, sometimes it's the bigger picture. And I'm not going to lie to you. Some months, some bills are bigger than others, and it gets a little tight. But
oh yeah,
it's what you make it, really.
Yeah, because it's ultimately it's on you. I mean, how you spend and how you save, and
but the best part is when you wake up in the morning and you think, "Do I really want to go to work?" And then you think about the people you work with, and you think, "Yeah, I'll go to work." Because there's a great group of guys I work with. I wouldn't have chose anybody else other than the guys I work with. I really wouldn't.
Right. Because that makes the difference, really. Because that's kind of where I was with my career path. And, I always was chasing that highest dollar, and then the tornado happened, and I found myself with no job. And I I found Kaiser, and it was a low paying job, man. It was like $15 an hour when I started out. It was struggle after struggle, and I I tried to leave once, and go somewhere else, but I really enjoyed the atmosphere of the job and the people, even like our HR managers, and I'm like on a first name basis with the CEO himself, and he's just like a regular guy, you know. He's not like the snobby CEO that people tell you about. He's just a human, and he treats us like humans, and just a good atmosphere. And then the more I stayed, and the more I learned, and the more money I made, and I'm perfectly happy where I'm at. And that's what makes the difference. If you go into a job every day that you hate, it's going to be hard to stay there.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's all about the people you work with, and a lot of them will come and go. Some
Yeah,
jobs have a higher turnover rate than others, but thankfully, you get out there with us, and most everybody who works there, they retire there.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the plan for me. You know, it gets a little
yeah.
political sometimes, but I mean, I guess that's every government job. But you just let over your shoulder, keep on
Yeah.
walking, let it go. It'll get better, and it always does.
Roll with the punches.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's a retirement job. What you got, sure.
And I mean, we're 5 years away from a complete turnover. You know, the
Yeah,
me and another guy I work with. Well, I mean, we're the youngest ones there, and in 5 years, we're it.
yeah,
I mean, we
right,
got one that's going out in a year and a half, and then another one that may possibly do it, and then Sam, he ain't got but a few years left, and it's just, it's gonna suck when they go because that's where all the knowledge is. But
right. Yeah,
I mean, I wish them, a long and happy retirement. I don't want them to go home and just, slump over dead. I don't
oh
want
yeah,
that, and that
right.
happens sometimes. But I just hope they can actually enjoy it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. All right, let's go to the next. All right, here's a heavy one. So, who do you look up to right now that draws you inspiration?
Um, that draws me inspiration, like now in my life at 27.
Yeah, like who
It
would
had
be
to be
that mentor person? You know what I'm saying?
it. It would have to be my dad.
Oh yeah,
Um, you know, all the things he's been through, and you know, he's
your
come a
dad is
long
kind of an
way, and
inspiration.
he's come a long way. And
Yeah,
a lot of people disagree, and they'll say whatever they want, and that's okay because everybody's valued to their opinion, and he doesn't care what they have to say anyways. But
right.
at the end of the day, he's a different person, and he's evident of that,
Yeah,
and he's 100% willing to help anybody, and he has.
yeah,
They do celebrate recovery in Hickman, and um, a lot of people come to that, and it's anything to help anybody. I mean, if you got any issues, hurts, habits, and hangups,
yeah. I've never been to that, but
celebrate recovery on Monday nights, West Hickman Baptist Church. It's if you ever had any issues with addiction, like I said, hurts, habits, and hangups, it's not all chemical addiction. You
right.
know, it can be other things too, and
I've heard good things about it for sure.
I would recommend it to anybody. 100%.
I
I
thought
mean,
about
I
trying it.
I even go myself. And I'm not there every Monday night. I'm guilty of that, but
Yeah,
it's helped me a lot. It's opened my eyes a lot to a lot of different things.
Well, I had been thinking myself about just going to for like the purpose of the show to just kind of get like a segment or maybe interview one of the leaders of it
Mm-hmm.
so they can promote it on the show a little bit
Right.
and or at least explain to me like good things, what it is and pretty much invite people, I guess, into what it is because everybody, and I just did an episode on addiction,
Yeah.
because that's very dear to my heart, and I want people to get the help because I lived through it, and just like you said, any of these sober people out here that's never had to deal with addiction, they just don't know what it is. That, or at least the judgmental ones that think you can just stop what you're doing and get over it.
Right.
That's 100% not what it is.
Right. And the thing about Celebrate Recovery, I mean, it's a Christ-based recovery program is all it is. And you know what to expect when you get there. I mean, you're going to worship the Lord and you're going to have good fellowship in it, and you're all going to be together, and you're all there for the same purpose.
Yeah. And that's what you need in recovery like that is a support system, for one. You don't need
Right.
negativity because, again, they just don't know how sensitive that topic is for addicts.
Yeah. And I know the perfect person that would be good for this to that you could get on. I mean, I really do.
Okay.
So I can get you some information on that.
Yeah. Get with me after the show.
All right.
And I'll definitely get into that because I would like to get it out there. Just like I'm trying to get groups recover together out because it's
Yeah,
such
and I should say this isn't just a Hickman, Kentucky thing. I mean, this is a countrywide thing, a worldwide thing. It's not. This is going on in prisons and jails and different facilities across the state. It's or across the country. It's not just a Hickman, Kentucky thing. You
right.
can go into any town in the United States and probably find a Celebrate Recovery. It's not. And it's all the same. It's all the same criteria. It's all the same. It's all come out of the same book. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So yeah, that definitely needs to get out then for sure.
yeah, 100%.
All right. If you wasn't doing what you're doing right now, state highway department, and you had the ability to pick any dream job that you want, what would that dream job be?
Dream job. Well, you could everybody's thought that maybe I need a job where I can make all the money and that way I can buy anything in the world
Right.
and do anything, like own SpaceX or be like Elon, and just be able to do anything. But actually, I think if I had a dream job, I would probably I'd probably say I'd probably get back into law enforcement.
Yeah.
And I'd go to a different level of it. I'd probably just
FBI.
no, I'd stay local, to be honest. I would just want to, you know, be
Get
a
back
city.
to the town.
Be just be a city cop or something. I mean, and it's not that I can't do it because I could if I set my mind to it. But that's what I always wanted to be as a kid. I mean, my granddad was the sheriff. That's what every kid wanted to be. To me, growing up, I always thought, yeah, you want to be like your idol, and that's kind of how he was.
Right.
But law enforcement's changed since I was a kid, and it's a little different now. But the world's
Yeah.
a lot crazier now.
It got downright dangerous there. Or it still kind of is.
Yeah, but
I mean, being a cop's always dangerous, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's gotten pretty bad for our officers out here.
yeah, I mean, look at LA right now. They're dealing
Yeah.
with riots and stuff, and But that's
yeah,
probably what I would do if I could go back. I might have stayed, and tried to stay on that path. But I'm I'm one of those that I try to live without regretting anything. And to
yeah,
be honest, I'm happy with life and I'm happy where I'm at. And I probably wouldn't change anything. But if I had to, that's what I would do.
hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's always good to know your path,
Yeah, it's always good to remember where you come from.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, most definitely. So what's the best advice someone ever gave you, and did you take it?
Well, I've been given a lot of advice over the years. Some
Yeah.
of it hadn't been great,
Right.
Some of it's been okay. But I guess the best advice I've ever been given is, always, always remember, you got one Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and as long as you keep your faith and trust, it's all gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's the best thing, right?
You can go through anything. I mean anything. It can be downright the worst thing in the world, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would say, but it's not okay. It's never going to be okay. And some people just think different. But in the end,
Yeah.
I'll always say, if you can just keep your faith and trust, it's 100% worth it.
Yeah, because sometimes when you get in those pickles like that, the best course of action is to step back and reiterate the situation, talk with God, and get that extra boost of help to get you through it,
Exactly, because I make mistakes and you make mistakes and everybody in the world makes mistakes. And I'm no better than you. You're no better than me in the end,
Yeah.
Because, like I said at the beginning, there's one perfect person and nobody in the country is it. It's one person.
No.
That's Jesus Christ. That's the only perfect person that's
Yeah.
ever existed.
And we've got so much of that, going on right now in this country is so much worshiping false idols and worshiping things instead of what matters. And
The
person
devil
that
is
matters.
present, buddy. He
Oh,
is
yeah.
present and he is trying.
Trying hard.
And a lot of people are probably going to say, well, he's one to talk about the Lord. He's not perfect and he says things and I do things. But listen, I say and do things just like anybody else, and I'm not perfect.
Yeah. Like you said, there's only one person that's perfect.
That's all there'll ever be.
Yeah. But just like my last episode is, you got all these Hollywood actors out here trying to sway middle-class people. And some of these people worship these celebrities like that, and go with every word that they say. And it's ridiculous.
It amazes me, because there's so many spam and spoof accounts on different social medias, and they'll get into your messages, and I'm sure you've got a million of them. It'd just be random people who'll make an account that's celebrity based, and then they'll send you a message and say, "Hi, my name is George Strait, and I need $500 for a plane ticket." Come on, man, that ain't a real person. But there's people who will send the money.
Right, yeah.
Because it's George Strait and he asked me for money and he's going to tell everybody I helped him.
Yeah. Chasing like a little bit of fame or getting something out of it.
Yeah, and then you're just out $500 because it's just you were dumb enough to believe it.
Yeah, it's a scam. And that's one of humans' greatest enemies is their self.
Absolutely. Hell, I'm an enemy to myself, I mean, you can be an enemy to yourself.
Yeah, your greatest enemy. Because I can't tell you how many situations that I got myself in just thinking about the wrong thing.
Yeah, I've got myself in a couple of them too.
Yeah. And it's something as simple as like sitting at home with 3 pills left. And I'm like, oh shit, what am I going to do? I ain't got no money. How am I going to get more pills? And then I make the decision to drive to like one of these cash advance places and like hawk my car or something just to get the money to buy 10 more pills that's going to be gone in like 3 days.
Yeah. So here you are. You're borrowing $100 on 300% interest, so you got to pay back 1,000 or something
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
And you're like, oh, it's quick cash. It'll be all right.
Yeah. I got the cash in hand. That makes it good. And then I'm that guy that's like, well, I'm just not going to pay him back. So now I got it's on your credit now.
Yeah, and then you crash your credit. So here you are, no credit score, can't buy nothing. Which,
Right.
I mean, I guess you could be like Dave Ramsey and say, oh, well, you don't need credit, but I don't have cash neither.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have the cash for that kind of shit, Dave. Shit. But, yeah, and that has 100% happened to me where my younger self has just ruined my credit to where my older self can't do the things that I need to do,
Yeah. Man, a million different things
Yeah.
run through my mind when I think about that because it's just, like I said, you could be your own worst enemy in the most terrible ways.
Yeah. I'm 100% agree with that. All right, let's get into something else. Let's have some fun. We're going to do a quick fire round. What do you think?
Oh boy, I'm not good I'm not good like that, but that'll make it better, I guess.
I'm going to throw out a word. You tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Home.
Love.
Fame.
Fortune.
Hope. It's not
Nothing.
very quick fire.
Nothing came to mind.
Oh, well.
You said hope, right?
Yeah.
Dreams.
Okay. Mexico.
Gulf of America. That's 3 words. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Bubba T. Oh, my God.
God, I didn't think of a word, but I thought of a moment.
Yeah.
I just think of you coming up the steps and opening the door and falling.
Tripping.
That's my favorite Bubba T moment.
Yeah. That's 100%. The one that came to my mind too when I said it.
I swear that is my favorite Bubba T moment.
Yeah. So for the people listening, this was a blooper, by the way, when we was doing our little filming session, and I was making a video, and it was like one of my first videos, and it was called Bubba T's House of Horrors, where I was selling horrors like groceries, and I was walking up out of the hallway, and I tripped on the top step and just busted my ass, and then jumped up real quick trying to save it.
I mean, it cracks me up just thinking about it. Yeah. And I don't guess you even have that anymore, do you?
No, man, the tornado took it.
Oh man, dude, that was the best.
I know. I still got the laptop, but I can't get into the laptop. But they say I can take it to Best Buy and get it put on like a external drive.
Bro, well, you should definitely do that because there's so much on that laptop.
I know, man. There's so much. I need to get it back for sure.
We actually need to film some new stuff. I mean, me and Sam was talking about this the other day, and I don't know if he even listens to this, but Sam, if you're listening to this, you'll know this. But you know, we talked about it the other day, and he's like, yeah, it's talking about when he was, come out of the camper and taking a leak. It was great, man.
It was good shit. Good comedy.
Yeah.
He played a guy named Carl. And he was just like that old guy that's like in the movies. It's just don't give a shit about nothing.
And and my favorite part about this is he played the part as like he smoked marijuana, which of course we didn't have that for the show. Let me just put that
Right.
out there. For
Yeah.
legal reasons, this is a joke. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
But so they was taking. Can I tell this?
Sure.
Okay. Well, so they was taking cigarettes and just tearing the filters off of them.
Yeah, make it look
And
like a joint.
yeah, and the funniest part about this is Sam don't even smoke.
Right.
So he was smoking these cigarettes, and I I guess part of me is kind of like, he was. I guess you just absorb it in your mouth. I've never smoked cigarettes. I don't know nothing about that. So he didn't. I don't guess he was just inhaling it completely. But
Right.
it was when he was standing outside the window
Yeah.
and stuck it in his mouth, like just eat the whole thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I do.
Because then once we was over, he was like, "Oh, that's disgusting. That
Yeah.
was horrible."
Yeah, and he did that on a whim too. It wasn't even in the script, and he did that, and it was like the best scene ever.
Yeah, because like he almost dropped it and he bobbled it and then he just stuck it in his mouth and took off. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Yeah, like
Which
then,
my camera skills wasn't great, because I get to laughing and get to shaking the camera, and
yeah,
then
you
you get
wasn't
to
a good
yelling at me.
cameraman.
You got to yelling at me. It's like, "Well, you got to figure this out." And I was like, "Well, struggling. I need a camera stand." I was holding it in my hand.
Yeah, even on the videos that's on YouTube, you can hear them laughing in the background, and the camera starts shaking just a little bit.
Well, it was when you made the turkey sounds, or he made the turkey sounds, whichever one.
Yeah,
I couldn't come back from that. It was over. I was not the same after that. I got to laughing, and then of course Daniel's looking. I look over at him. He's just eyeballing me, laughing. There's nothing I can do at that point. It's over.
yeah.
Chalk it up. We need to redo this. Cut. Let's do it again.
So done. Because he was
And
like, Daniel was like holding everything in as best as he could.
yeah, because if you go back and listen to that video, which I don't remember exactly which one that was that the
Alabama Slammer.
Alabama Slimer? That's it. Because if you go back and you watch that video, which it's on YouTube, and even those bloopers are in it. So if you go back and you watch it, right about the time that they start making all the noises, Sam starts making the noises and stuff, you can just listen and you'll hear Daniel. He's in the background, he's cracking up. The cameras are shaking.
Yeah.
Sam hit him with the door.
Oh yeah, when he was going out. Yeah, I forgot.
He went
that.
out, he slung that door open, hit Daniel. Bam!
And then the camera cuts off, and then it shows Sam running out in the field, like, because he was tripping on this Alabama Slammer.
Yeah, I asked him the other day. I said, "You think you can run around like that right now?" He said, "No, I'm 60 years old now. I can't do that."
Yeah, it was a good scene though.
I swear that was my favorite.
All right, let's get into the next one. Let's you're given $10,000 just like right now. Given $10,000, and you can spend it in 1 hour. That's all you got to spend is 1 hour. What do you do?
Probably gonna pay my truck loan off, buy some groceries. That'd be about it.
Hell yeah, because groceries be high, man.
Well, the thing is if I pay off the truck loan, then that gives me, $400 extra a month that I can use, and by all means, I'll take that.
Indeed. All right. So if you could go back in time, if you come across a time machine, and you can go back in time and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
If I could go back in time, I'd probably go back to about the age of 10, maybe 11. Really any time from about 10 to about 14.
Yeah.
And just go in, sit down beside him, and just look at him and say, Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, all the things that's going on in your life, it's not your fault. You know, don't blame yourself for anything.
Exactly right. Yeah, that's a pretty good answer there. Yeah, that's what I do.
Because, boy, there's a lot of decisions I would change after that.
Yeah, knowing what I know now. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, I try to stay open minded because if I did go back and change those decisions, where would I be? You know, would it have been worth it?
yeah. What would you be doing right now? Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, would I be sitting here on this podcast, or would I be locked up somewhere, or would I be at work, or what would I be doing? You know,
yeah, yeah.
might
Would
be
you
a millionaire. I might be living on the beach somewhere. I
do it
doubt it,
again? Yeah,
but I might have been.
I feel like that's where I should have been.
You
Going
know,
to film school and all.
and this may be a little off topic, and I'm not trying to jump around, but you know, I think back to when you did live in Florida for the short time. You know,
Yeah,
um, I always think, you know, everything happens for a reason. You know, have you ever sat back and thought what would have happened? Where would you be at if you wouldn't have come home?
honestly, I believe I would have been. I would have lost my wife and my daughter in the tornado if I hadn't have been here. So I probably would have been. I probably would have done that. Lost my wife and daughter, and then fell off the world's largest deep end and went deeper into drugs. And by now, either dead or in jail, probably.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think back to that time, and it's kind of which it's a touchy subject for some people, but um, you know, that was the goal, was to stay there, which I know you said in the other show that you hated Florida. Alabama would have been better. But, you know, I'm glad you come back when you did. I
Yeah,
really am.
yeah, and I think that was God's way of telling me to come back. To be honest, and just like you need to get on back because something's going to happen.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to go down this down this road, but I just you know, that's a huge topic for both of us, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. The
And
tornado was quite devastating.
I just never forget running across the field there between the church and, you know, where your trailer was, and behind D Rock,
Yeah,
you know, his house. And I remember I got back there and I seen your wife, but I didn't see your daughter, you know.
yeah, right,
And the first thing in my mind was not good, of course. But
yeah,
then you was like, no, we wasn't here. We're good. But it was in that moment I just thought the worst, which is normal.
yeah,
But at that time I didn't even know that mine was gone. I assumed, considering what I seen surrounding me.
right.
But
Because we didn't either. Because when we when we got the what do you call that, the alert on your phone about the tornado warning, it spooked me and Nikki both, and so we decided to get in the car and head to her mama's house in Brownsville, and we had actually drove through the outside of this tornado because it got wonky there for a little bit while we was driving, and by the time we made it out there and got in the house and their internet come back up, I was able to get on News Channel 6, and old Trent Okerson was like right in the middle of saying, if you live in Casey, please take cover and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, it's been to rip Casey apart. And then of course I jumped back in the car, left Carmen with Nikki's mom, and started hauling ass back to Casey. Couldn't get Dad, couldn't get Ryan, couldn't get Nanny, couldn't get anybody on the phone. So I was immediately terrified that I was fixing to come into Casey and that, nothing was going to be there, which was basically the scene that I saw on our street. But we crawled through all those trees and tree limbs to get back there. And I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting our house to be gone. I was just expecting like maybe some damage. But when I turned that corner and seen it flattened, I was like, holy shit. And I just dropped to my knees right there in the driveway looking at this rubble. And then looked over and seen our Siberian Husky just sitting up there with her tongue out, wagging her tail. I'm like, you survived this? Holy shit. And
I never understood how the dog made it. I never did get that.
She was up underneath the trailer with a litter of puppies. And I think 3 of those puppies died. But all of them but 3 survived.
You know, I got so much from that night that I could talk about, and we really don't have time for everything by no means. But I was at the fire department here, which we have a fire department here in this town. For the ones who are unfamiliar with that, I'm pretty sure almost everybody is. But anyway, and our new one is almost it's up. But it's going to be a little bit. I mean, they got the shell up. Anyway, I was there and I had a buddy with me, and he was on the fire department too. He's actually our deputy chief. It's his son. But we was there and we was watching the news, and we was watching Noah and Trent, and they brought this line up from where it was to where it was going to go. Just a prediction.
Yeah.
And the first time that they brought the line up, it showed it going directly over the city of Fulton. And I thought, okay, maybe we're in the clear here. So we sat there for about 15 more minutes. And they brought the line up again. The second time, it was directly over the top of us. And I thought, I don't want to risk it. Not, if we're going to take a direct hit, I don't want to be here. And a lot of people would say that's not the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But I looked at him and I said, grab your stuff. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And we got in a department vehicle, which looking back, I kind of wish I would have gotten my truck and I'd have made him get in his, because I ended up losing my truck. But, me and him, we took off to Hickman. Same thing you did, and we got caught in some pretty rough weather. And we made it there enough time to basically watch it hit on TV, on the radar. And I have the clip on my phone. I went back and found it, of when Noah is messing with the radar and he pulls this debris signature up. And it's less than a mile from Casey, and it's just dark, deep red and blue. And that, if you're familiar with how their radar is, that's not good at all.
No.
And we just watched it hit, and then I come back, and on the way back, I looked at him and I was like, listen, I don't know what we're fixing to see, and there's some things you may not ever forget from this, but just prepare yourself for the worst,
Yeah, that's all you can do.
And like I said, I did not know what to expect. Once I got around the trees and the power lines and the propane tanks that were leaking, it was crazy, and which we had one fatality in our town. And we went through that night and we just kind of lived it. We didn't really accept it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when the sun come up, it changed me. It really did. When you could see all the damage.
Yeah.
With your, just for miles. I mean, it was just nothing. Trees were twisted and stuff was thrown, and I don't ever want to go through that again.
No.
Because that put me in a spot mentally that I've never been in my entire life, and I've been through some different stuff, and that was hands down one of the worst things that happened to me, because I fell in a hole, and it was really hard to get out of. But I had enough support, from the other guys that was on the fire department with me. They helped me get some clothes and stuff before I got all my other stuff lined up. And like I said, I was off work for like 2 or 3 weeks, and it was rough, but we made it. Look where we're at.
Yeah. It was more of even though it was a disaster, it was a blessing for us in the end.
They're building houses. They're going to build houses here, some new houses.
Yeah.
We're getting a new fire station. Really would love a Dollar General, but I doubt our chances on that are high. That would be phenomenal. But anyway, that's I doubt that'll happen. But anyway, it's you can still see the remnants. You can still see the trees, but we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. That's the main thing.
There's a couple people that's left, but most everybody's back,
Yeah. Indeed.
You're back. You're in a different spot, but you're back.
Yeah, I'm in Casey.
You're in a better spot, actually.
Yeah. I love it. Dead end road. Yeah.
Just tucked in a hole,
Yeah, it's worth that.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to go down that whole road.
No.
But that was just, yeah.
I mean, that's an interesting topic. That was an interesting night for the both of us, and we learned from it, scared to death from it. Everything else, every time it rumbles any kind of thunder, me and Nikki's looking at each other.
And I'm just going to bring this up because it was, they usually say, the world will hit you when you're down, and this isn't funny at all, but it is now. It wasn't funny at the time, but we went through that, and everybody was here, and everybody was helping each other, and we was all trying to make the best of it, and then everybody got COVID. Do you remember that?
Right, yeah.
Everybody, I swear, everybody who was dealing with anything, everybody got COVID. We was all just together at the church, and everybody was sick.
One right after the other. I even got sick from that.
Yeah, like the tornado happened on a Friday, and Monday I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah. Indeed.
Which I was staying at a friend's house. Thankful that she was willing to let me stay there. But man, I was just laying there, and that's what really put me in my hole. It's like when I got sick, I just laid there, and I was like, I can't leave, because they're still dealing with the containment stuff. So I can't leave, but I can't go home. So I'm just stuck in limbo,
Yeah.
I had a rental truck. I had a rental truck from Enterprise, and I would just get out and just ride. I don't know where I was going. I would just go. But anyway,
crazy.
Okay. I'm off the tornado topic now.
No, you're good. Yeah, that's a good story to tell for sure.
Hope I never have to tell another one.
No. So what's next for you? Any big dreams or projects that you're working on?
Well, nothing really that I'm working on. I just ready to get this fire station up and going.
I do have plans to join whenever it gets going.
Okay. We can talk about that once we get closer to that.
Yeah.
But it's been rough. But we're, like I said before, we're back. I mean, we're coming back. And I hope that when everything is back and, they build these houses here and we get some people here and maybe we can do some things. I would love to have like some different things come back. I'd love to have a restaurant here again.
God, I miss the restaurant so much. Dude.
That was a highlight of Casey. Like that was the star of the show, buddy.
I didn't realize how much I would miss it until it was gone.
And that's the thing. It's the night of the tornado. I sit up there and eat a hamburger steak, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Little did I know that would be the last meal I ever had there.
I know. We worked there till 8 o'clock, and we actually started packing up early because it's like it's gonna storm, so let's go ahead and get home before it hits. So we packed everything up, and literally from the Casey Cafe to the house, we were watching live on Facebook, WPSD, and by the time we made it to the house, you know how quick that was, maybe like a 10-second drive, and we were like, let's not even get Carmen out of the car. Let's just run in here and get some clothes, and then we'll go to your mama's house. And I'm like, okay, let's go get the clothes, and we'll go to your mama's house. And that's what we did.
Yep.
And then maybe 10, 15 minutes after that is when it came through.
Best decision by far.
Most definitely, because I mean, it literally picked our house up, broke it in half, and threw one direction and the other direction.
Well, I mean, you remember seeing my house. There was nothing left. I mean, it was just an empty lot. I mean, I never even found clothes or nothing. I had a big, heavy, one of them big, huge electric fireplaces.
Yeah.
You remember it set under my TV, and it was just gone. No, I mean, there was no evidence of it ever being there.
Yeah.
I just had a lot with trees on it. It was amazing. It just.
I know I had a couple of people email me from Madisonville, Kentucky. One person found when me and Nikki went to prom, and that I believe that was in 2005 when we went to prom, and they found a picture of me and D-Rock. I was in my tux, and D-Rock was just taking a picture with me. And it went all the way to Madisonville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, and there were some people that found some mail, from here, and just laying in their front yards in places where it didn't even rain.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. All right, I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
What message would you give to someone listening who's struggling right now?
Struggling with anything specific or just life?
Just life. Let's just go with life.
Okay. Not the best advice giver, but you just gotta realize that you're not perfect, and the world's an evil place.
Yeah.
And if you ever try, if you ever try to blame your problems on the world, it's never going to end well. You got to take accountability,
Yeah, because that's one of them messages you got to say. No matter what the world threw at you, you chose to take whatever path you took.
Yeah, exactly. And, I try to relate in different situations.
Yeah.
But I always, think back like there's a thing in Proverbs, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make straight your paths. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. I mean, it doesn't get no better than that.
Yeah.
Don't face your battles alone. You're never alone. Lord's with you, 100%.
He knows all. I mean, he knows everything. There's no reason to hold anything back from him because he already knows it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be a preacher because I'm far from it. But I don't do things right, and I don't go to church like I should, and I don't read my Bible every day, and I'm a imperfect human just like anybody else.
Yeah.
But I just try to keep as much faith as I can. Some days are better than others, but
Yeah, and that just comes with the gig.
yeah, you know.
Well, man, I enjoyed having you on tonight, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a good time, I think.
Yeah, I hope some people out there learned about Mr. Trea Hopper. He's one of a kind for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you want to call it.
yeah, and I'd love to have you on again just to be a co-host.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll have to do something sometime. We'll have to get on here and there's a gazillion other things we could talk about. We could have
Oh yeah,
the best time, honestly.
most definitely. But big thanks to Mr. Trey for keeping it real and rolling with me today. Y'all, if you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button, share it with your folks, and remember, life's a gift. Don't waste it. This has been the Bubba T Show. Until next time, it's me, it's Bubba T. I love you to death. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.